Mid-Bay, Such a Rush, Bronny, More Than a Dime, lovely quartet.
Hey, we were tipping Sean Veal on Baranois, but when you got Keegan DeMello as your backup, we'll take Keegan DeMello. Ala Marada from the Paul Gatsby yard by Master of My Fate has come under a very strong ride from Keegan DeMello to just hold off a fast finishing number 12, Such a Rush, with Greg Sheenin coming from a bit of a deep draw. Bronny was third from the Alistair Gordon yard, and fourth, More Than a Dial, Bernard Fader Herb. So we're going to get a little bit of a points update as well just now, and a team update. But once again, another top class ride from Keegan DeMello, trained by my good friend Paul Gatsby, owned by the Thor Insurance Brokers, nominee Mr. Henk Nell. Well done to them. I can see the assistant guy. There's Paul. He's always here at the races, and his lovely wife Beth do a lot of hard work, but great ride by Keegan as well. Well done to all concerned. 6, 12, 11 and 8 are your numbers you'll be looking for. And as Sheldon says, very nice quartet. You could be in the money. I think you could be in the money. You are in the money. Don't lose that ticket, because that could be paying for your good whole day at the Elan Gold Cup in 1 week. Look at those payouts. Trifecta, 6,000. Quartet, 103,000 Rand, 531. Can you believe that? I have not seen one like that for a long time. A quartet paying over 100,000 Rand. Well done to all concerned.
Just seen the Paul Gatsby stable strike today, and this individual has come through and won a good contest, and Paul Gatsby in the winner's queue here. Well done to you and your new team of sponsors.
Yes, thanks. Thanks so much, Sheldon. And welcome to them, and thanks for having us. And we are very proud to be associated with Hollywood Bets, and a very professional organisation. Thanks to Owen and his team. There was Dermot there helping us, and Sandili, and quite a few of the guys. Annika brought the apparel for the grooms and the blankets and that, and we thank them for that. And I think it's a win-win situation, and good luck to both of us going forward.
This individual, she's looked a shade unlucky in a few of her runs.
Yeah, last time she got a bit knocked over and cut into. She got a bit injured, and I think you can put a line through that run. But, you know, generally the stable's been a little bit quiet, a bit out of form. So we're happy. We think we've turned the corner, and well, let's see what happens from into the next season. And once again, thanks to Henk and Rob. Fantastic owners to have, really supported our stable, and through the good times and the bad times. But generally, they're lucky owners.
How's Techno Captain doing?
Let's not talk about Techno. You know, he's a headache horse, but he's got a chance. I see there's a bit of money for him. It's not stable money, but you know, we always think he's got a chance. We don't know which Techno is going to come to the course on the day.
Well done. Enjoy the victory.
Yeah, thanks so much, and well done to my team at home, especially my wife Beth. She does all the hard work, and we've come to a little bit of a hard time, and yeah, very well done to her.
Your bottle of champagne, thanks very much to Michael Sham there. Well done to Paul Gatsby. And then we're going to get the winning pilot, and Keegan DeMello is going to come through and tell us a bit more. How did things map out for you in the running?
Yeah, look, she always comes from a little bit off them, and today she broke pretty well, and I said, with that sort of action, I'm not going to pull her back because I know the front runner. She's relentless in front, and I thought, if I keep up with her and she was able to quicken like she usually does, she'll be able to keep going. So just big thank you to Mr. Gasby, well done to him and his team for keeping this filly going. They were a bit disappointed with the way she's been running, but yeah, just all credit to her. She was game today and she won a nice race.
Well done.
Thank you very much. Well done to Mr. Henk as well. Thank you very much for his support, and obviously to Mr. Gasby and Beth, thank you very much for the opportunity.
Please receive your bottle of champagne there from the Shams. Well done to Keegan de Mello. And then last but not least, Mzukizi Nkanda to receive your winning prize. There's your winning prize. Thank you very much. If you can receive on behalf of Michael Sham. And that is going to go Ala Marada coming through to win a good contest. Archer.
Racing away from the 1600 metre marker. Nice beginning this one. Towards the inside, More Than a Dime is one of the first to go. Bronny is right there shortly after the start. Imperial Royals going off to lead them. Princess Analia with a good possession. Isla Maradas going around them. Baranois is near the rail back in 5th position. They're followed by Such a Rush. That's about 6 lengths off the lead at this stage. They settle down and they go towards that 1000 metre marker. Further back in the field is Joe Mumbo, Green Caviar the outside, then Miss Sabina, and Berry Flambeau is one of the trailers. They move away now towards the 700 metre region. Imperial Royal has the lead. Back in second, Isla Marada. Princess Analia is back in third. At the rail is More Than a Dime. Then comes Bronny and Baranois. They are followed on the outside by Such a Rush. Keep It Real's getting the wake-up call. Green Caviar's on the outside, and then Berry Flambeau, and behind that Miss Sabina. Top of the lane they come. They've got about 400 metres to go, and that leader is still Imperial Royal. Isla Marada down the inside, More Than a Dime. Baranois going through between horses. On the outside, Bronny. Also Such a Rush is trying to get into the race. Coming to the 200 metre marker though, and it's More Than a Dime the leader. Bronny's a runner on the outside. Isla Marada, Such a Rush down the inside, Imperial Royal, but the leader coming on strongly. Such a Rush. Isla Marada, it's getting close. Isla Marada just won it from Such a Rush. Bronny maybe 4th, More Than a Dime. Number 6, Isla Marada, is going to just make it own. The Master of My Fate, Paul Gatsby, and Keegan de Mello, and number 6 on the tote pays 1190 and 390. Second was number 12, Such a Rush at 710 the plays. Third to number 11, Bronny. Fourth will go to number 8, More Than a Dime. Then Baranois, the tote favourite was Baranois, and Green Caviar, Joe Mumbo, Princess Analia. There was not many lengths covering the first 5 or 6 horses over the line. So your winner comes Goodyear, 3 or 4 off the left-hand side, and that's Isla Marada. Win number 2 from 8, and running on nicely with the blue cap on the right-hand side is Such a Rush, and goes down by about a neck or so. Tote favourite number 7 until the 6th race. Back to the studio. All right, so patrons, note that an update on the New Turf Carriers rider scope. That's after 3 legs of this Jockeys Interprovincial. The KwaZulu-Natal Falcons are on 115, 115. Have now hit the front with 1 leg to go. The Highveld Hawks on 106, 106. And the Cape Eagles on 104, 104. So going into this last leg of the New Turf Carriers Ryder Cup, it's all up for grabs. All 3 in with the winning chance.
There's 19 minutes to get your bets on for race number 6, which is the New Turf Carriers Ryder Cup, a leg 4, merit rated 62 handicap. And again, thank you to New Turf Carriers for all they've done to help to get today's race meeting off the ground as Graham loses his pen. So we'll come back and find you another pen just now, Graham. It's lovely to have you in the studio. Thank you. Obviously, as I mentioned earlier, Raf Sheikh, yourself, myself, we're all instrumental in putting this meeting together, and it's such a wonderful, wonderful meeting. How's things going? Talk to us about the Victor Ludorum and what's the vibe like?
Yeah, it's getting closer. We've got a new leader in the Ryder Cup Interprovincial Challenge. The KZN Falcons have taken over the lead with 115 points. The Highveld Hawks, who've won the past 2 renewals, 106, and the Western Cape Eagles 104. So quite nicely balanced, which is what we try and achieve through a ballot. You know, we seed the runners and then we do a draw from each team to try and equalize the opportunities as much as possible. Keegan de Mello's victory in the last put him at the top of the leaderboard. If you had a bet on race 12, which was to decide who the winning rider was going to be in his individual capacity, plus you had the opportunity to back a place and some swingers. He's in the lead with 43 points. Muzi Yeni's second with 39 points. In third spot is Bernard Faderb with 35. Sean Veal in fourth with 33. And Greg Sheen in fifth with 32. So what I do know, and Anton's not going to like to hear this, even if Anton wins on Gimme a Cohiba, he can't be the Victor Ludorum because 20 points will take him to 43. And Keegan's already on 43, and he's got to get some points out of the last race. So Anton's not going to be the Victor Ludorum, but I do think he's going to win race 6.
Okay, well, also interesting, just for a bit of banter, we spoke to Keegan de Mello in the number 1 box, and we said if the KZN boys happen to win this, they need to take us out for dinner. And Keegan said under no circumstances he's taking his girlfriend out first.
Well, he's got his priorities
right. He's got his priorities right, indeed he has. But let's go, Graham. Let's talk about race 6. You like Gimme a Cohiba. We've got that as a rerun. Take a look at your monitors, ladies and gentlemen. This horse ran second to Samsonite last time.
The outside Viento, down the inside Dom Seguidor. Samsonite gets hooked right out. Give me a Kiba. Viento and Samsonite now running on. Down the inside, Awesomely Tuned. Give me a Kahiba. Samsonite's trying to close it down over the last 100. Give me a Kahiba, but Samsonite's coming strongly now. And Samsonite's going to win going away. Second, give me a Kahiba. Viento ran third.
Okay, that was second to Samsonite, and a very good run. Well, a very good run. It was a pleasing run.
Yeah, he's very consistent in this class. At the end of the day, we're talking about an MR62 handicap over 1,900 meters, so it's very difficult to label any horse as a good thing in a field like this, but he's got as good a chance as any, and I think he's a worthy favourite. But there's no shortage of opposition.
No.
Three Dog Knight is an interesting runner that Wyo Mowing has brought down. He's brought down a truckload of horses for today's meeting. He's had a couple of places. He'll be hoping to go away with the win. And then, of course, Sea Sponge has also got a chance. But Everlasting Love, Simango rides that. Shannon Hill is the trainer. I believe you've got an interview lined up.
Everlasting Love, stepping up in distance.
Yeah, Sheldon, she's bred to go 2,000 plus this filly, and her wins have been over 12 and 14. Seemed to have lost her way a little bit over the last 8 months or so, but working pretty decently back at home now. I think she's coming back to herself. Showed some ability early on in her career, and please God, she just finds it again.
Valinor Reserve 3, hopeful.
Hopeful, yeah. If she gets a run, we're always hopeful with her. She's not far off them, but it doesn't look very hopeful being being reserve 3.
Okay, well, there we go. Valinor just scratched. Kevin Shea's got somebody in the parade ring. Sean Veals with Kevin Shea. Let's go and chat to Sean and Kevin.
Thanks very much, Warren. Yeah, it's got Sean Veal. Yeah, Sean, you the Durban boys. That last race, I think Baranois you rode, didn't you? Yeah. We all tipped it because we're the Durban boys, but your sub, Keegan DeMello, came to get us out of jail.
Yes, my filly, she was a little bit too quiet today. She travelled sort of okay with me, not like great, but at least we won the race. That's the main thing, when we run 5th, 6th and 7th, so that's also points for us. So this is the last one. We got to make it count.
Did I read the race right? I was watching you. There was a little bit of a tight gap, but big enough for you to get through, and she just didn't put her head in there.
Yeah, it was a little bit tight, but not that tight, Kev. Yeah. If she was as well as they said, she would have gone through that gap with no problem. And she didn't sort of finish the race off with me, put it that way.
Al Jackman throwing a leg over?
No, I haven't. It's the first time I'm going to ride him now, so I'm hoping for the best, This is the get-out stakes for us. We're in front. We've got to keep our heads there.
This time next week, well, not this time next week, yesterday next week, the Gold Cup. Wealthy, I know you were very impressed with the ride last time. Gave it a good chance to see if she sees the trip. You must be very happy with her.
Yes, Kevin, I would have been happier riding Mr. Crawford's horse. He's been touched of his last 2 starts with me. But I have to ride, obviously, for my boss. We never had the opportunity because the weights went up on Mr. Crawford's horse, but Morse ran a cracker last time. And if he reproduces that run, I think he's a big runner.
Thanks, Shauna. Good luck for the last leg. The Durban boys always funking for the Durban boys. You know what it's like. Bring it home. You know what? First 7, Don't forget. Don't put your hands down like I used to.
100%, Kevin.
Thanks, Sean. And Sean Veal, always great to talk to Sean. He's had a magnificent season, riding at the top of his game. He's got Dennis Dreyer really stuck by him, and he's produced the goods. And he likes his horse in the Gold Cup. So one for your trifecta or your quartet, or maybe even a exacta. That's Wealthy.
Kevin says it as it is, doesn't he?
He does. I like the way Sean describes it. He stuck with Dennis Dreyer. I'm sure that Dennis Dreyer stuck with Sean Veal, or they've stuck with each other, whichever the case is. But they make a formidable team. So it is nice to see that combination has stayed together for such a long time, because I think it's always good for the team spirit.
Okay, let's have a look at some horseflesh. Graham, number 2 is... Okay, let's not look at some horseflesh. Let's go and talk to Richard Fourie. Kevin, Richard Fourie, thank you.
2, 1, 2. Thanks very much, Warren. Yeah, it's always nice to chat to a jock that's won the July and Richie, we've got to cast our memory back. I know it's hard for you, but wow, what a horse and what an achievement and what a ride.
Yeah, no, it was a great achievement, winning 60 kilos, and it was a great feat and making history.
It was your first July, wasn't it?
No, it was the second one.
Just check, the first one that you won.
Yeah, first one that I could do a canter post afterwards, but yeah, good feeling.
Yeah, well done. But you're riding over here, Dom Perra. What do you think? I know you haven't worked it, but you'll get the instructions. You guys are falling behind a little bit. There's only one race to go, eh?
Yeah.
So you got to pull up the socks, eh?
Yeah, we got 2 points to get to second, and got to make up 11 to try and win. But